Yeah, welcome to a new episode of Brand Janeau Show, podcast episode edition, Underdog to Success. I am here with my guy Dave from Flat Earth Podcast. Hey man, you're killing it, man. I see a lot of people follow you, man. I'm like, yo, this is different. I'm looking forward to this interview because your take on it is amazing. So I know we got only 15 minutes. So I want you to go and explain to the people why your podcast is amazing, why everybody should be following you, and what in particular your podcast really means. Because I think a lot of people need to hear theories like this, because I have a theory, so I want you to go first because I know you are the master at this. So I'm going to let you go first.
I'm going to go real quick. The flat earth is not what you think it is. If you think flat earth is stupid, you're right. What you think it is stupid. The flat earth is not a disc floating in space. Okay, this is not the flat earth. You Google flat earth, that's what you're going to find. We're not that. We're not a disc planet with other round planets. None of that's true. No flat earther thinks that. So if we're not a disc in space, what are we? And the answer is we are a pond, a lake, and the surrounding, the container of our lake is known as Antarctica. Antarctica is the land that surrounds us. It's not an island at the bottom of the ball. It's the shoreline that's around us. Look it up. Antarctica is the highest land on Earth. Well, you need land that's higher than the water to contain it.
Yeah.
So we live on this flat lake. And if you go to the edge of the lake, you don't fall off. You get to Antarctica. And then you go out, but no one's allowed out there. You're not allowed out there. No one's allowed to independently explore Antarctica. Why is that? So that's what flat Earth is. Hit me. What do you want to talk about?
I actually had that theory. I was like, they're not saying the world is flat. They know the earth is round. They know that. But I was like, it's places on this planet that is flat. That if you go too far, you might not make it back ever.
Well, the earth is not a ball floating in space. The way I look at it is the earth is the basement of the universe. Okay? We're at the basement of the universe. It's a flat, extended plane, right? And so we live in this earth pond, okay? Maybe there's other ponds beyond us. Here's a Japanese map that shows all of these other continents outside of Antarctica. These are extra land, extra territory. They're in the outer space. Extraterrestrials from outer space, right? They're only coming a couple thousand miles to visit us. And it's all across the earth plane. Airplanes fly straight and level over the earth plane. Think about this. On a ball, Santiago, Chile, and Australia are at the bottom of the ball, right? If you wanted to go from Santiago to Australia, you would just shoot straight across the bottom of the ball, right? But that's not what happens. When you want to go from Santiago to Australia, that goes all the way across the equator, across the United States and down. And if you want to go to Western Australia, it goes all the way up, all the way over to the Far East, Singapore, and down. But if we look at that on a flat earth, remember, we're going to the Western Australia. Watch right here. We go all the way up across the United States, Far East, Singapore, Australia. It's a straight line. Airplanes fly straight and level over the earth plane, sea level, not sea curve. The earth is flat and stationary. Think about this. The flat earthers know more about the globe than globe believers because we've just been indoctrinated. Do you know how fast the earth is spinning? They tell us it's spinning at 1,000 miles an hour. We're orbiting the sun every year at 66,600 miles an hour. That's funny, right? 66.6. And then we're chasing the sun at 500,000 miles an hour. So let's think about those speeds for a second, okay? This is the hypersonic sled. Watch it. It's going to go by. Don't blink, right? Ready? It's going to come by a Mach 8.6. Couldn't even see it. We are orbiting the sun 10 times faster than that, according to the helio-baloney model. And we're chasing the sun at 90 times faster than that. These are speeding up and slowing down, curved trajectories, okay? But we have lakes that look like this, don't have a ripple. They're glass. Where did all that momentum go? All of that speed, all of those angle changes. Imagine a dinner plate you have filled to the brim with water. Could you even walk across the room with it? If you were in a car and that car sped up, slowed down, or turned, where's that water going? We have lakes that look like this, and we're traveling hypersonic speeds. Ridiculous.
Wow.
Welcome to Flat Earth.
Yeah.
So think about this. You ever watch the sunset? You like watching the sunset?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, when you're watching the sunset, you have to believe that you're on top of a ball, you're falling over backwards faster than the speed of sound, and that's why the sun looks like it's going down. Does this look like you're falling over backwards? Does this look like the sun, not even saying what it is just moving away into the distance? Okay? Wow, it's just moving away into the distance. And then it goes out of your sight due to atmospheric density and perspective, right? Here's a shot from Afghanistan where a soldier took it, and it's a clear day, and this is super sped up. And as Paul McCartney says, the fool on the hill sees the sun going down, but the eyes in his head see the world spinning round. Okay? We're not falling over backwards. It's all done to perspective. I'm going to show you real quick, because this is you'll like this. I'm going to show you how the sun really sets, why it appears to set. So I'm going to show you, this is called my flat earth kitchen. You ready? So this line here is the path of the sun. I'm moving the sun along this line. We're watching it from an elevated point of view, a celestial point of view. And this right here these could be mountains or just could be a cloud deck, the atmospheric density, but you can see that I'm never going below it. This line is level. Do you see it? It's a level line. Yes. So now I got a camera on the counter, on the flat earth counter, on the other side, watching it from the other point of view, from a terrestrial point of view. And look at the line now. If I showed you this first and said, is this line level or is it going down? What would you say?
It's not level. It's
going down. And I say, is this light above this line or is it going below it? And you'd say it's going below it.
Below.
But as we saw before, now this line in the distance, now look at the line. It's almost going straight down. It's still a level line. And this is a horizon in the distance. Everything gets compressed into the horizon in the distance. So here is a real sunset versus my flat earth kitchen sunset. And look, it's not going behind the horizon here. It's going behind this. This is called the atmospheric deck of opacity. And I'm zoomed in. If I zoomed out, you wouldn't even be able to see the difference between this line and this line. It would just compress. And then it would look like the sun is dropping below the earth like that. But it's not. It's just moving away. Okay? It's just moving away.
Wow.
Here's another one for you. One more, and then I'll let you go. So I got a drone, and I thought this has to be filmed in the winter. It has to be like 30 degrees, so there's no humidity, super clear day. And I watched the sun. It's going in 5 minutes time. It went down, 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 down. Now, if the earth was spinning, it would just keep on going, but it didn't. It went down, 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 and then it stopped. And it sat here for 10 minutes. This is super sped up. And instead of dropping down, what did it do? It faded into the atmospheric density. It never went below it. It's still there. Here it is again. It just faded away. And my friends that were down at the beach, they saw the sun set from the bottom up 10 minutes earlier. It's all about perspective.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Wow.
So here's the thing. This is a crazy topic. When I heard about it, I laughed at people. I banned them from our social media. I wouldn't watch a 1-minute video because this is the dumbest thing ever. But then I was forced to look, and I went in kicking and screaming, and I was forced to actually do the research. And I watched all these videos. I'm like, that is compelling, but I need to check it myself. Bought some camera equipment, super zoom camera, and I figured out, according to their math, there should be 66 feet of curvature where this buoy is on the water from my point of view. Not only could I zoom in and see that buoy, I could see the surface of the water for dozens of miles beyond it. There's no curvature, okay? They tell us the radius of the earth is 4,000 miles. So if my arm was the radius, this is the curve of the earth, right? Because it goes from the center of the earth to the surface of the earth. Well, you can do math. And some of the distances that we see, the radius of the earth would need to be over 250,000 miles instead of the 4 that they tell us it is. 250,000 miles. We can see distances that you would need a globe bigger than 250,000 mile radius to see what we're seeing, right? Because the bigger the ball, the less of the curve there is in the distance. So I don't believe the earth is, I don't know, what is it, 50 times bigger, whatever it is, right? It's crazy. Right. So again, people say, well, there's so many proofs of the globe, photos from space. Oh, you just haven't looked at the photos from space. NASA admits there's no photos of Earth, but there's tons of proof of the Earth, tons of proof of flat Earth, zero proof that it's a globe. So much so that anyone listening, I'm offering 3 Bitcoins. They're worth 50 grand a piece as of today. And 3 Bitcoins for 1 proof of the globe. Just 1. And you won't be able to do it. And the way you do it is you take my Flat Earth app challenge. Because here's the deal. If you Google Flat Earth, you might as well just get used to living on the ball. I'm gonna share my screen real quick. I created an app that bypasses YouTube's blocking algorithms. It's called the Flat Earth Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app. It shows you how seasons work. It shows you how the sun works. It shows you how the stars work. It shows you everything. It shows you pictures like, hey, we went to the moon in this. Do you believe we went to the moon in that? Look at that thing. It's made from paper mache, tinfoil, scotch tape, curtain rods. It shows you tons of stuff. But every day there's a new featured video every day. And I say, watch the featured video every day for 2 weeks. At the end of that 2 weeks, if you think the earth is a globe, send me 1 proof and you win 3 Bitcoins. But before you do, you have to hit the question mark. And up comes everything that YouTube will not show you. Hey, what about seasons? If I click what about seasons, up comes a playlist of videos that YouTube doesn't want you to see. Okay? If I hit what about eclipses, up comes a playlist about eclipses that will teach you stuff they don't want you to know. Right? And then again, you can go out and verify all this stuff yourself. Right? The app does a ton more, and it's only $3, one-time charge. There is a subscription. Don't buy it. You don't have to do it. Just 1 pop-up a day, exit out, no commercials, no ads, no nothing. Check it out, and then you too will lose the respect of your friends and family because you'll be a flat earther.
Well, I'm already off. I already think different, so I'm already losing a little bit of that. That doesn't really faze me. Oh man, I know you got to go.
I do.
Gotta go. So I know you got to go, man. So one more time, plug your podcast, plug where you can find you, plug everything, man.
You can find me. The simplest way is just you can just look up flatearthdave.com. Flatearthdave.com brings you to my website, links to the app. Just make sure on Google Play you don't buy the wrong one. There's like a fake one out there under the same name that's trying to gatekeep you. It's not my app. Don't send me emails telling me my app sucks, because my app is the highest rated app in Google Play, highest rated app in the App Store. Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app. Just remember, flatearthdave.com. The links are there, or if you're watching this on a computer, just point your camera right here. That's it. Let's talk again in the future.
Definitely, man. I'm definitely coming on your podcast. Definitely.
All right. All right. Thanks, Brandon.
Thank you,
all right,
man.
Thanks. See ya.
Thank you.
Bye.